Hey YouTube, welcome to SunkernsLab. Today I have an OU battle on Pokemon Showdown. This is a team, I think this was a video, this is the team I used in my last Showdown video with the Conkeldurr, the Sub-Punch Conkeldurr, which is just a monster. I've edited it a lot since then, and I've edited it since even this battle was taken. But anyway, looking at my opponent's team, he has, from what I can see, he has 2 spinners, which is going to be a huge problem because I really rely on getting those rocks up so that my Tornadus T can come in late game and, sweep with either Hurricane or, U-turn out and allow Keldeo to come in and sweep with Hydro Pump. But, those are the main things that I want to do late game. So I really need those rocks up because both of those are just slightly lacking in power to be able to OKO some threats, like specifically that Rotom-Wash. So, big issues being the fact that he has 2 spinners and he has a Rotom-Wash, which both of those situations are really bad for my late gamers. So let's just get right into the battle. I'm going to lead with my Tornadus because I figured that I could go for the U-turn and get some initiative, but I was fearing his Rotom-Wash being scarfed. And it goes for the Hydro Pump my Jirachi and misses, which is kind of unfortunate because now I don't even get to gauge on the first hit whether or not it specs, but it does save me some HP, so that's good. And it ends up getting, he does about 40% damage, and judging by the next damage, which is 35%, I'm pretty confident that he's just a modest Scarfer. Either that or he's like modest Resto Chesto or something, but, judging by the damage, it's pretty safe to say that he's just a modest, regular old Rotom with 252 special attack. So, anyway, I get my rocks up, go for the Wish. I decided to get my rocks up because I just wanted to get damage off on his spinners as it came in, hoping that Starmie would come in and I could eventually get damage off. But he brings in his Donphan. I get to get a little bit of Iron Head damage off, plus Stealth Rock, so his Sturdy is definitely going to be broken for a long time. And that gives me the opportunity to switch into my Keldeo on the predicted Rapid Spin, but he ends up going for the EQ, taking a huge chunk of my damage off. But luckily, I'm happy with that because he still has Stealth Rocks on the field. So, or rather, I still have Stealth Rocks on his side of the field. So, I go into my Keldeo, take the EQ, go for the Hydro Pump. He switches into his Politoed to take that, and then pulls a double switch out into his Starmie. Blech. And I go into my Jirachi. Now that Surf does pitiful damage considering how much damage the Hydro Pump from the Rotom did. I mean, Starmie is such a fucking little pussy bitch. But I'm just kidding. I like Starmie. But anyway. I go into my Politoed to take the Surf and get my Wish back and stuff. I went for the Perish Song only because my goal here was really to Life Orb stall this thing down to the point where I could bring in my Keldeo, go for the Hidden Power Electric, because I wasn't sure how much it would do. I ended up calculating it after the battle and it does like 60 to 70% or something. But, that's what I end up doing. I end up trying to Life Orb stall it, but it ends up having Recover, which any Starmie that has Recover is going to be really hard pressed to carry Rapid Spin to. So at this point, I'm basically assuming that his Donphan is his Rapid Spinner. But anyway, I bring in my Thundurus T, and I go for the Nasty Plot. Now, you might think that that might have been a good play, but in retrospect, that was a terrible play. And what's even more terrible of me was that I decided to kill off this Ferrothorn rather than go for the Agility. And the huge issue with this is, yeah, I got the Ferrothorn out of the way, which is great, but he has a Starmie which is going to outspeed me, even if it's, like, modest or something. I'm pretty sure it outspeeds me even if it's modest, so, my Thundurus T basically just went down. I couldn't bring in anything else because my Politoed didn't really want to take a hit, and I needed to be able to Life Orb stall this Starmie, so, that's basically what I end up having to do, and I bring in my Keldeo, and go with Hidden Power Electric, take out the Starmie, and like I said, it does about 60 to 70%, so I was pretty safe to go for the Hidden Power Electric there, but he brings in his Breloom. I'm forced to switch out. I decided to go into my Conkeldurr Sleep Fodder just because, I have nothing else. I need my Keldeo and I need my Tornadus, so, I went in my Conkeldurr, and he ends up going for the Substitute, and he has a Toxic Orb, which is scary, because I don't care who you are, Focus Punch Breloom is fucking scary. And the fact that it gets Toxic Heal to go along with that, it just makes it such a huge threat. And, look at how much damage this is. This is a max HP Conkeldurr. 75% damage on a max HP Conkeldurr. That's like 400 damage. That's insanity. But, he goes for the Seed Bomb to take me out on the second turn. I go for the Mach Punch. I get the 3-turn sleep. I was basically really wanting to try to break a substitute, and that's kind of important later on in the match, because as you can probably tell, I'm going to lose my Keldeo to this Focus Punch, and at this point my only hope is to be able to kill everything off with a Hurricane. And my hopes are high because, you know, Breloom is 4 times weak, and obviously he knows that, so he's just going to fodder it out. He brings in his Rotom-Wash now. Now, my only hope here is to confuse or Parahax his Rotom-Wash. So, I go for the Hurricane, and I do get the confusion, and he hits himself in fucking confusion. So, right now, this is looking great for me. I got everything I needed to happen for me happen. Or, I don't know if that even made grammatical sense, but everything that needed to happen just happened. And he brings in his non-fan. I'm able to kill that off with a Hurricane because it's probably physically defensive. And then he brings in his Politoed. His Politoed might be specially defensive, but even if it is, it's not going to take a Hurricane. Not even after those lefties. You know, that was an insane battle. It was really, really close. It came down to the wire. It came down to basically Confusion Hacks. That was what won me the battle, because if it wasn't for that Confusion Hacks, he would have most definitely taken me out with a Hydro Pump. So, anyway, yeah, that was a great battle, and it was really down to the wire. I made some really terrible plays, and, you know, the opponent didn't exactly play the best, but, well, I guess he played okay. He didn't make any, like, terrible plays, but then again, he didn't make any wonderful predictions either. So, you know, it wasn't really an amazing battle, but it did come down to the wire, and, you know, it was kind of a toenail biter, a fingernail biter. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna bite my toenails while I'm playing Pokemon, guys. Hold on a second. Alright, anyway, but in all seriousness, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed my battle, you can click on the little buttons on the screen, so you can go to the next video or the previous video, and possibly subscribe to my channel with the subscribe button. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.